with this one?
Okay, this was from just like last week, really, basically. So it's.
I think it was the last one I picked off the grid, actually.
Yeah.
Ultra contemporary.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a mix-up of really what I'm about, really. So you've got like a long jacket with a vest layered over the top of it, which is like something I enjoy doing, and then like a Beams hoodie underneath that, and then Uniqlo Heat Tech vest under that for a bit of coziness. Anglan pants, really wide. Salomon's keeping it a little bit gawpy. So it's kind of like, it's a bit of a cross section of what my fits are like, really. It's kind of like, it takes in all the things that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Cafe Mountain beanie as well, got to mention that.
Okay.
It's the chonkiest beanie out there. It's cozy.
Cafe Mountain is something I've only heard of in the last week. And I think...
Oh, yeah?
Do you know Ben Greeny?
Yes.
Instagram Ben?
Yeah.
He's going to come on and have a chat with us at some point. I think he's involved with that in some way.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's a nice lad, lovely lad. So we'll get onto him at some point. So the reason I picked this is because I think it does typify everything about you, like the layering, the silhouettes, the brands that you're wearing. Where's Anglan from?
Anglan's Korean.
Is it? So East Asia stand up, basically. It's all fits from Asia, which is a big thing for you. And who've we got making a sneaky appearance in the bottom right-hand corner?
So Sidney Sanchez, my rescue greyhound. So I've had him for about a year and a half.
Handsome beast.
He's a lovely lad. He's not so lovely. Like, he got me up at like 5:20 this morning. So,
well, you had an early alarm call to get over to Manchester for that time, didn't you?
So I was out for a walk with him at 6.
When it was still pitch black?
Yeah, no, I take a little head torch with me to go for little walkies on the morning, yeah.
Lovely way into the pitch. You've got Sidney Sanchez in the bottom right and then a portrait of... is it a portrait of, or is that a previous greyhound?
Sid's the first dog we've had.
Right.
And that little picture we've had, I bought it at the Hepworth years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just been in a roll until we moved to this house. So I'd kind of like not even thought about greyhounds, but I just liked that picture. So it kind of like, it just felt like it all. Yeah.
When you've got a green fit on and you've got a green kitchen, you've got to get the picture in as well.
I mean, green's my jam, basically.
It's so easy to wear, isn't it?
It's easy to wear, but like I love the tonality of like layering up different shades and stuff like that, and then picking it up in accents on everything else. So you got like all the flecky green in the hat, and all the shades of green in the bottom as well, and it goes well with your muddy tans and earth tones as well. So
yeah,
like,
mate. Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about your dog walking fits, because I know this plays a big part in your life. Do you think these colours work particularly well? I mean, for walking dogs in?
There's absolutely no way I'd walk a dog in that.
In cream pants?
No, hell no.
But still, you're looking steezy when you're out in the woods. I've seen all the pics on Insta.
Yeah, I mean, like I do. Like I've got loads of stuff that's kind of like fashion gawpy kind of stuff that I still would wear out and about, like for dog walks and stuff like that, because it's kind of waterproof enough to be still like functional, you know.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong. If I'm going up a mountain, I'll still wear proper mountain kit, you know what I mean? But like for day-to-day wear, stuff like Norbit and whatnot is just brilliant for like...
Multiple pockets for your kibble and your dog poo bags.
Oh, it's got all the dog treats.
Have you got a dedicated dog poo pocket for when you have to pick one up and put it in there? Or do you mix and match?
I've just basically got... there's dog poo bags in pretty much every pocket of everything I've got, you know what I mean? It's just like... yeah.
I had a puffer jacket in year 8 at school that was massively oversized, and my dad used to nick it for walking his dogs in. And I went to school one day, middle of the playground, put my hand in my pocket. I was like, what the fuck is this in my pocket? Full fucking dog turd in a bag that he'd left there, like heating from the night before, all condensed. So I like took it out of my pocket in year 8 in the middle of the playground, and I was like, Griff just bought a dog shit to school. So yeah, I'm sure you don't get lost in your multiple Norbit pockets when you're placing your dog poos in them.
Oh man, yeah, no shits in the pockets on these, mate.
Should we swipe to the next one?
It's a really old one.
Yeah, I picked a retro one out. What year are we talking here?
It must be like...
I know precisely if you want.
Is it nearly 10 years old?
No, it's 2017, this one.
Okay, so it's still a fair, 6-7 years old.
Best part of the decade, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, it's got the fundamentals again of some of the things that I like. So this is kind of a bit more maybe workwear-y, kind of utilitarian, kind of... Obviously, engineered garments jacket, I think that was a Bureau exclusive, that one. I've had it for ages.
Bureau, Northern Irish?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Belfast, yeah.
Bureau has always been somewhere like I shop for EG because they've been doing it for the longest.
Yeah.
And they have the best kind of range, really, I would say.
And they seem to have a really good connection with the brands that they stock in. I've seen like Orslow collaborations with Bureau, and they don't seem to do that with any other shop. Bureau seem to be the old school style.
Yeah, they were the first to really do the specials and
yeah. Nice.
So so that's a really old piece of EG. Still batter it now. It just looks better and better. So
yeah.
And then Orslow jeans, which are kind of like, pre battered up, you know what I mean? Obviously they've got all the men's and stuff on them, which,
Is that their take on the 105?
Yes.
But like pretty distressed.
Yeah. And honestly, like I think I sold them and I just really regret getting rid of those. They were such a killer pair of jeans.
The fit of jeans obviously has changed a lot that you wear over the past 7 or 8 years. Did you sell them because you thought, I'm not going to wear this particular cut of jean again, or was it, I don't know, just making space in the wardrobe kind of thing?
I mean, they were fairly loose, but I think I found myself moving away from denim in general and kind of the workwear stuff that I was seeing everywhere at that time. That's not to say I won't still wear that stuff, but I feel like it's like that's something that I still incorporate into my fits, but it's less of what I'm about these days. So it's like, I don't know, the denim bros thing is kind of like, I get it and I dig it, but like it's kind of, it seems almost too
cliquey.
It's a bit cliquey, and it's kind of like, it's a bit kind of everyone wearing the same thing, which is again, it's like, no offense to those guys, I know a lot of them, but like I feel like it's not me. I like to vary things up a bit and kind of keep it fresh.
Very evident.
Yeah.
And tell us a bit about where this is taken, because it was an era. I was doing a deep dive on the Matterialist Instagram page and scrolling back through the various like fit pick eras, and there was quite a lot of lift picks here. Where are we at?
Yeah, this is in Leeds in my old apartment block, which is just off North Street, which.
I think another one.
Near the Reliance, if you know where the Reliance is. Or was in Leeds. Reliance
RIP, indeed. Good brekkies.
Sad times. Yeah, so that lift was the base of many a fit pick for me, like over that time.
It's nice to document them times in your life through this kind of like rigorous daily. I think one of the hashtags at the bottom of that was WIWT, W-I-W-T, which I had to look up. I was like, oh, I wonder what this one means. And it's what I wore today, right? And I think that kind of like documenting of it is a nice thing to look back on, specifically when there's a through thread of where they're taken or something like that.
Yeah, defo.
Do you ever look back at your old pictures and like kind of like reminisce or?
I mean, like sometimes if I'm feeling like, I don't know, like I'm lacking a bit of inspiration. Yeah. I mean, obviously I look around at what everyone else is wearing. That's one of the biggest things about Instagram for me is that like everyone kind of, it's cross-pollination. Everyone kind of inspires everyone else, if you like. But sometimes if I'm feeling like I'm kind of like, I'm not sure what to wear today. Like I need a focal point. Yeah. I'll go back through and scroll back through all my old fits and pull out something that I think that one was I love that fit. Because
on this, like, even though it's 7 years old, the orange and the green is still something that's very, very prevalent in what you do in it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably do that, lean on that a bit too much. The orange and green stuff is like...
We could get the orange shares in for you today, mate.
Yeah.
A little part.
But yeah, I definitely latterly have done a lot of that stuff. I think I've bought a lot of orange stuff in the last few years, so yeah. And it just goes so well together. It's like, man. Yeah. So yeah, that's a Margaret Howell shirt as well. Another brand I really love. Yeah. I don't know much about them. MHL, it says on the labels. So yeah, MHL is the sort of work-weary line, the sort of more rugged line, and then Margaret Howell is the main line.
The more tailored kind of.
Okay. It's a bit more refined, but it's all got that kind of utilitarian kind of like everyday appeal that you could just you could throw it on for most things. You know what I mean? And she's definitely one of my favourite British designers for sure.
Sick. And you stuck with her all the way through from 10, 15 years ago to now?
Yeah, definitely. I still buy it now.
Nice. And what's on foot there? We got the
Red Wings. Yeah, they're just Chrome XL Red Wings, I think. Mock toes. I've got 4 pairs of mock toes. Like,
okay.
These are Sawmills, I think, these ones. But like, yeah, I mean, Red Wings became like, a bit passé as well.
Okay.
Like for a while, you just saw everyone wearing Red Wings.
Yeah.
But I think it's how you wear it. It's like, it doesn't, just because other people are wearing them and they're really popular, doesn't make it a no-go area.
Yeah, for real.
I was saying this to Lukey the other day about like, he was wearing a pair of Birkenstock Bostons, and obviously Bostons are like absolutely everywhere. But when he was kind of bemoaning the fact that they were everywhere, and I was saying to him like, man, it's not about like who's wearing it, it's about how you differentiate yourself wearing it, like how because he's got great style. Yeah, and he puts things together in a way that a lot of people don't. You know what I mean? So
yeah. You're coming through like a sage fashion Jedi coming through with the cut through knowledge that everyone needs to hear to make them feel great about themselves. Yeah, man. I just honestly, it's like, I just think there's it's how you wear it always. Yeah. Like like your Needles pants. You know what I mean? It's like first outing for these today.
They're wicked.
Cheers.
Like,
cheers.
Everyone wears Needles tracksuits and stuff now.
Yeah.
It's how you wear it.
Okay. Yeah.
And you're swagging it out with your 95s.
Cheers,
you know what I mean?
pal.
So
appreciate it. I'm glowing now. Should we switch on to this last one?
Okay. So this is in my backyard where I currently live. I think this was maybe in COVID.
Okay.
Or it was a time when I was like, I think I was like, I'm not sure what to wear. So this was like something that I put on to make myself feel better because I was just stuck at home basically.
Yeah.
I think it's COVID times. Yeah, so obviously wearing one of my own scarves that me and my mum are making.
Amazing.
So.
I didn't know she was involved as well. That's cool.
Yeah, it's our little cottage industry, if you like, you know what I mean? It's
amazing. Yeah, the reason I picked this out is because it's on your other account, one of your other accounts,
yes.
Matterialist Made, and it's your own scarf. So can you describe it in a little bit more detail for those listening on audio? Yeah,
sure. So it's like a sort of tiled jacquard on one side.
Yeah.
It's in like a star shape. So it's Japanese fabric we bought in. And on the flip side of it, it's double-sided. So on the other side, it's like a lightweight Japanese denim.
Nice, mate.
So you can kind of wrap yourself up with it, and it's got a double-sidedness, so you can kind of
play around with those two different, the way they interact with each other.
Yeah, so it can look quite different. I've got it done up in a kind of modish way there, so it's a bit like a tied-up scarf around your neck. And then obviously picked out the Clarks, the Desert Treks are picking out the red tones in there. Yeah,
nice. So tell us a little bit more about Matterialist Made. I didn't know it was your mum. Is she got kind of sewing chops, or are you doing the technical stuff? Is she doing the direction, the artistic side?
I feel like we kind of like, we sit and chat about it. We both look out for fabrics that we really like. I think the focus was always on like initially like finding fabrics that we liked. I mean, initially the main focus for me was I wanted a scarf that was a particular length.
Right.
And I didn't think it really existed anywhere.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, well,
scissors out.
We could make one that is that right length that kind of like when you wrap it round, it's kind of like it's not overly long. You don't have to double wrap it round. So it's kind of like that. For me, that it's like that slightly shorter length, which is kind of.
Are you going to gatekeep the footage? What should we be looking at for the perfect scarf? 6.5.
I mean, like it's as far as it goes, I think it's perfect to me. I'm hoping it's perfect to other people as well. I hope it appeals to some other people. But like, I just wanted to create something that there was a market for, didn't exist.
Well, it looks great on you, mate. Really, really does.
Cheers, man.
And I was getting before you said tile inspo, I was getting like Victorian porchway tile. I don't know if it's a specific tile. Like, I've been to Portugal a lot recently, and the tiles over there are just insane. Every building's got its different kind of character, and it's an amazing thing to draw inspiration from for a pattern.
For sure. Yeah.
Was that a specific one that you drew inspiration from, or just a kind of like abstract thing that you came up with yourself?
I think we saw that fabric in 2 colours.
Okay.
I love angles, and it's like really nice geometric kind of shape, and obviously it's like a jacquard weave as well. So if you see it in person, it's quite textured as well.
Okay. What's jacquard? I don't really know much about the technicalities of clothing, so explain that to us.
I mean, I wish I could.
Yeah, but it feels like it's bigger like stitches or something.
Yeah, it's like a textured woven kind of like.
Okay, like this, like the stripe on this a bit, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like it's. I feel like I should.
We'll Google it later on.
Know this.
Shit. It's all right, man. Buzzing. That's great, man. Thank you very much for doing that.
My mind is blinking. Strangers. Oh, I get so much by strangers.